is Danny Flexon here for SecondsOut. I'd like to be joined once again by unbeaten light heavyweight Darius Fulghum. Darius, how are you?
I'm doing fantastic right now. Coming off a good win, so back in the gym now.
Yeah, it was just last Wednesday night fight. It's good to see that returning. I think Dimitri Salita showed there.
Right.
What did you make of it? Another early win, but I suppose you don't get paid for overtime. What was the whole experience like?
I don't get paid for overtime. I'm not trying to be in there any longer than I need to. But, I will tell you about my experience. My idea really going into that fight was really just being patient. I was trying to learn from my last fight. And I wanted to be patient in there. And everything started off going that way. But in the first round, I took a step back and I rolled my ankle in the fight.
Oh, right.
And, I ain't gonna lie, it hurt. And immediately, and this is another learning lesson for me, I'm glad it kind of happened then. When it happened, I kind of I panicked a little bit, right? But I said, I need to get this guy out of here as soon as possible. And so from that point on, I remember I started loading all my shots up, trying to get him out of there. Which is not really what I planned on doing going into that fight. I wanted to be patient, but regardless, I got the job done. Learned a lesson, about even in just facing adversity, still being able to be polished, be poised, and box how I know I can.
And how's the ankle now? Is it just a temporary sprain?
Yeah, it was a temporary sprain. Everything, I'm back. Like I said, I'm back in the gym now. Day of the fight, though, after the adrenaline that wore off, I was at the fight, kind of limping around, but everything's all good now. It was just like a little tweak, nothing serious.
Now, given your amateur pedigree and how quickly you're getting these guys out of there, and these aren't terrible guys, they're seasoned guys with decent records. Are we going to see you take a step up soon? I spoke to Shane Watson recently, kind of hinted at that.
Right. Well, idea is I don't want to have any bad opponents. I'd rather just keep having good seasoned guys, good tests. Obviously, I'm very self-aware. I have all the talents, all the skills, all the abilities to be with the top guys. But it's all about just getting the right experience and keep stepping up each step of the way. So they're doing a really good job matchmaking me now, giving me some good opponents to really kind of test me and to allow me to really showcase my skills. The guys that I'm fighting aren't ducks. They're not guys that are in there to just sit down, lay down, and fold. My last two opponents, they came to fight. My last opponent, I give him all the respect in the world because I was hitting him with some shots. I was landing some shots, and he wouldn't fold just willingly. You know what I'm saying? It wasn't just like a bam and he was out. So they've been matchmaking really well up to this point. So I imagine they're still going to do a great job moving forward.
What's the balance like for you right now between how much you're learning in those fights and how much you're learning in the gym?
Dude, ever since I've turned pro, the amount that I've learned has been ridiculous. Like literally the vast improvements that I've made from out of the amateurs into the pros has been tremendous. Like I'm starting to fully understand a lot of concepts of boxing while I'm in the gym. And now it's really about just keep getting the fights to really fine tune that and make sure I'm not just doing it in the gym, that I can do it in the ring as well. With everybody watching and showcase my skills.
What's the sparring like? Have you been able to get good quality people in, or have you had to travel yourself?
Sparring's been a little rough as far as getting the top quality guys. The best sparring I've got actually big for this camp, get the best sparring in the world with Jared Anderson. We were sparring a lot in preparation for this fight. It's a lot different because Jared is huge but very talented. He's somebody that I learned a lot from because just with his size and his speed as well. Like dude can box, man. And so I'm really learning a lot from him. But he's been the best sparring that I can get.
What kind of pattern do those sparring sessions take? Because I guess for him, it's a great work for his speed and things like that. But what is it for you? Is it going up against that level of punch? Is it more getting inside those long levers? What's your approach?
Well, really, I mean, approach is, like I said, Jared is one of the best boxers that I've seen, right? Heavyweight with that kind of speed, his speed matches mine. It's not like I'm going in with him and I'm going against somebody a lot slower. I spar with a lot of heavyweights, and none of them are as fast as him. So as far as just pure boxing, I get that with him. I also get a longer jab. I get somebody who's a lot longer than me. I get somebody who's a lot bigger than me. If I'm on the inside, I really got to work on the inside. If I'm on the outside, I got to work on the outside. He's got an amazing jab as well. And his speed, it was great speed to match. So it's all around just good work. It's not anything in particular. It's not like I get a speed advantage over him. I don't have a power advantage over him. So every time I'm in there, it really challenges my IQ. That's the big thing I'll say about sparring with him. I have to be smart. And he has a high IQ as well. I remember being in there. We were doing, in preparation for this, we're doing four-minute rounds, 30-second break. We would do 8 rounds. And when they get closer, like to the 7th, 8th round, all my tricks, I was out of them. So remind me, I've done all my setups that would normally work on regular guys, but he's got it all figured out now. And so it kind of made me kind of evolve a step further and to add more tools to my game. So that's the big takeaway really with sparring with Jared, was I had to evolve.
That's pretty cool, because I mean, he's a little bit further along in his pro journey compared to you at the moment, but it's good that you're getting that level of work in.
Right.
Oh, great stuff. Are we likely, I know initially your pro debut was supposed to take place in the UK, and that show didn't come off. Are we likely to see you compete in the UK anytime soon?
I think eventually it'll happen. I don't know. It's really more about when. I definitely will be in the UK competing. Just don't know when. I'm not sure if it's my next fight or a couple fights down the line. So my whole goal, I really just want to be active. So wherever it's at, I don't care where it's at. It can be in Antarctica. I just want to.
I'm guessing it probably won't be, even though your debut was in Mexico. I don't think they'll take you out to Antarctica just yet. When we spoke last time, you said if you had to for a championship, you could make 168 super middle. Now you're 3 fights into your pro career. Are you still as confident about that, or are you kind of settling into 175 now?
I really like 175, but I've had many people come up to me and tell me how dominant I'd be at 168. And I do think I will be dominant at 168. But like as far as where I'm at in my career right now, I don't see a need for me to go to 168. 168, I feel like is a weight where if there's great competition, which there is great competition at 168 at the very top. I'm nowhere close at the top yet. So I don't see a need of me making that drastic of a cut, because I feel like I can be dominant in both divisions. So I'm making my way up 175. And if there's a great fight for me at 168, I can be there to take it.
Well, talking of the top level at 168, at the moment, the 2 top guys, I guess you would say, would be Canelo and Triple G, who are meeting in September, just next month. How do you see that one panning out?
You know, it was crazy when that fight got announced. I'm a big Canelo fan. When I started boxing, I was a big Triple G fan. You know, they fought twice already. Both fights, amazing fights. I feel like every time I watch it, I change who I feel like won. I feel like it just depends on the day. So I think it's going to be another amazing fight, but I do think Canelo's going to take it. And I say that because I feel like Triple G is getting a lot older. I feel like he is starting to decline. And I feel like Canelo has improved drastically since the last time they fought. So I do think Canelo's going to win. But nonetheless, I still think it's going to be an amazing fight. It's going to be competitive. I don't think it's really going to be like one-sided in Canelo's favor, but I do think it's going to be a competitive win for Canelo.
The last time we spoke, you predicted that Artur Beterbiev would get past Joe Smith Jr. You were correct. Not the biggest leap anyone's ever made, I think it's fair to say, but you were right. So now it looks like Beterbiev's next defense will be against Anthony Yarde, who we obviously know very well in the UK. I'm not going to ask you who you think is going to win, because I think Beterbiev, again, is an overwhelming favourite. But in Yarde's position, with the skill set he has, what approach would you advise against someone like Beterbiev, who seems like a very good all-round fighter?
Right. I really do think that Yarde have to bring his best game boxing. I've watched Yarde for a while now. I remember when he fought Kovalev, I felt like it was a little too early from him, and he started too fast and he passed out. When he fought Arthur looked really good with his jab boxing, but Yarde came back and put on a dominant performance in the rematch. So Yarde does have talent, he does have great skills, but he's going to have to be on his A game against Beterbiev. I think Beterbiev is just really strong. But I do think Yarde has an ability to box him. But he would just have to be very smart. You know, when you're a guy with Beterbiev, just like what Wilder said, when you fight Wilder, he has to be good every second of those 12 rounds. And I think it's the same thing with Beterbiev, which is very hard. It's very hard to do. Like I talk about to fighters all the time. Like one thing that's so hard to do is be focused for that long of a time for every second. You have to be really like that is very draining for anybody to do. Yarde has shown he has a tendency to get kind of gassed out. And so that's really going to be the big question. I just really do think Beterbiev is going to end up breaking him down.
So you wouldn't recommend kind of fighting fire with fire. It's more a box smart and you know, look for the openings.
He has to make it a boring fight if I feel like he's going to win. It has to be a boring fight. If he tries to get in a firefight with Beterbiev, I don't think it's going to go well.
And talking about these kind of big fights at the top end of those two divisions, how much does it get your mouth watering about the day when you're there? Hopefully not in the too distant future.
Dude, I watch these fights. I watch these guys at the top of 175. He 168. I watch it, and I tell my coach and people around me all the time, like, I can beat these guys. I know I can. I have all the skills to beat these guys. Now, really, it's just about maturing as a pro. And like I said, I'm learning a lot now in the beginning. Just make sure I keep taking away every learning lesson I can and keep taking it a step forward each fight. And when it's my time to be at that level, I'm going to take advantage of it. And like I said, I can beat those guys, man. I know it. I watch it. I was at the Beterbiev and Joe Smith fight. I watched it live. I know I can beat those guys, both of them. I got the skills to do it. I got the mindset to do it. It's just about, like I said, maturing and getting the right experience to take advantage when it's my time.
Great stuff. Well, let's catch up again when you've got a fight date in the books. We can look ahead to that. But it's always a pleasure to have you on. So, yeah, can't wait to do it again.
It's a pleasure, man. Thank you for your time. I appreciate it.
No problem. All right, take care.